Welcome to Winter Grace Senior Ministries. Sometimes we find out that we need extra care for ourselves or a loved one in our home. Fortunately, there are organizations in our area that fill this need expertly. I am joined today by Tiffany Riley. She is the home care consultant with Visiting Angels. Tiffany, I am so glad that you are here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Please share, I know Visiting Angels offers a wide variety of services and a wide variety of ages. We're an older adult ministry, but Visiting Angels goes beyond that. Can you share with us an overview, please?
Sure. So usually when I'm talking to families about, us as an agency, I always love to share our mission statement. And our mission statement is that we exist to provide dignified and compassionate care to our clients and their families, one angel at a time. So we really go above and beyond when we take care of people, from the moment they call into our offices to when I meet with them to when we set up care and have our caregiver actually come out and provide that care. We have actually been in the community for over 19 years. We were one of the first in home care here in Maryland, so quite some time. So with our agency, we provide companion care, personal care, dementia and Alzheimer's care, and we do offer end-of-life and hospice support as well. The majority of our caregivers are certified nursing assistants, geriatric nursing assistants, certified med techs, and beyond. And I say beyond because some of them are actually going through nursing school, so they may have other, education that comes along with them. All of our caregivers do come to us with experience, so we're really choosy about who we bring on board with us. But one of the best aspects I like to point out is, since we've been around for so long, some of our caregivers have been around with us just for, that much time as well. So that's great. We know who they work best with and what situations and personalities are like. So we're able to do a really good job with matching that for our clients. And also when they're brought on board with us, their education does not end. We do quarterly based trainings with them. Usually it's industry related. So, we see a lot of different things out in the field, and we just want to be them to be as educated and knowledgeable as possible while they're out there.
So what is the difference between companion care and you talking about Alzheimer's and dementia care, and there was another category in there that
oh yeah, we have personal care and then end of life
personal care
and hospice support. Yeah. So the difference is, so most of the time when people come to us and they need a companion type caregiver, they may just need some help with, things around the house like laundry and light housekeeping. And light housekeeping would entail washing the dishes, loading, unloading the dishwasher. We have clients that, ask us to come in to help with organization, to taking things to Goodwill and things like that. And then also with transportation, we have clients that maybe don't drive anymore. Maybe their vision isn't so great. So they'll call us and ask us if we can, take them to doctor's appointments or grocery store or other type of things. Sometimes, not when we're in a pandemic, but a lot of them like to go out to lunch and just have that companionship and someone to be with them. So that's more our companion end of things. Personal care is anybody that may need help with showers, dressing, help from sit to stand, somebody to walk along with them if they're using walkers. We even work with Hoyer lifts, people that need to be transferred properly. So that would be more on your personal care end of things. Dementia care, Alzheimer's care, obviously we're here to support that as well. There's a lot of people in the community that suffer with some type of memory issues, aphasia after a stroke. So we make sure we bring in, a caregiver that's able to assist with that. They know how to redirect, how to diffuse situations. They just know how to better work with them. As we know with Alzheimer's and dementia, sometimes long sentences, or even me being long-winded right now, it's difficult for them to really process that. And so caregivers keep it simple, keep it short, and help them to keep their dignity while they're caring for them. Same goes with end-of-life and hospice care. We can, provide that support so family can be family, and we can be there with the client to make sure that they're dressed and changed and have their bed baths and that they're comfortable. So that's what we're there for too.
It is a range of services. I'm excited to hear that detail and how many different areas you can help families. So I decide I'm listening to you and I think, oh, this is just perfect. My mom needs whichever level I'm thinking. What happens next? I pick up the phone, I call Visiting Angels, and how does that process work?
So definitely give us a call. You'll be greeted by one of our front desk receptionists. We have two of them. So they'll get you over to one of our care representatives that works inside of the office. And they will set up a time for you, for either one of the home care consultants like myself to come out and sit down with you guys and talk about all the services that we offer and the level of care and programs that we have. And then after that portion, which you also can do phone call, we're doing a lot of Zoom calls now too because of the pandemic. After that portion, if you're ready to come on board with us, I collect all the paperwork and I load everything into the system, and then I hand you over to my customer care department, which we have several people there. We would assign you one person that would know your situation and your person, and then we find you your angel. Once we find the angel, obviously I like to be there typically for the introduction so that everybody's comfortable with that first visit. So, we do have a registered nurse that's part of our care team as well. If we're providing hands-on assistance, she would come out at the start of services and she comes out every 90 days after that. But obviously she's there for our clients if they have questions along the way. So.
Excellent. So in a day, how much care, what's your minimum number of hours or days and to maximum? What's your range there?
So we actually still offer a 1-hour visit, which our clients love that because a lot of times people are living independently and they can do most things on their own. One thing that makes people a little bit nervous is showering. So, they might use us maybe 1-2 days a week or something outside of that, but we offer it. It's called an angel call, so a 1-hour visit. Outside of that, we can go up to 24-hour care as needed, and we also have live-in caregivers. So that's where one of our angels would actually come and live in the home with you. So you would have the same person every day to support.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I know it's matchmaking when you're connecting your angel with your client. So, how does that work? You just have experience with your angels, and suppose it's not the right angel. I'm sure that doesn't happen often, but it can happen.
It definitely can. So everybody has different personalities, and there might be a situation where I send an angel that's like me. I'm very talkative and outgoing, and my client might be a little bit more quiet and more reserved, and she can say, and we've had it happen, they're like, she's lovely, she did everything great, but she talks a lot and I'm more quiet. So, then we try somebody else, and we'll keep trying until we find the right match for the family. So sometimes like people who get, 24-hour care, they're going to have a caregiver team. So they'll have, all kinds of different personalities kind of coming in and visiting and staying with them for that period of time. But, obviously it's important, whoever you have coming into your home, you at least want to like and enjoy them. So I always tell them, just call me and we can try someone else.
It's just really reassuring to hear that it's not a big deal and it's not unusual, it's not a big deal to change, to make that match even better than you started out with.
Yep.
So we had, I know there are some other services you're talking about. You've talked to me about caregivers and how you're supporting them. You have something new going on?
Oh, yes, we do. So we have a caregiver support group. We had our first meeting last month. And with our support group, it's really a way for the caregivers in the community, not necessarily like our caregivers that are employed by us, but for you guys at home that are taking care of a loved one and having to do it on a day-to-day basis. We see the stresses, especially during the pandemic when everybody's been more closed off. You may not have as many family members coming in to really support at this time. So last month was great. We had a lot of people open up and really share what they're going through right now. And they were able to find out, I'm not alone. There's so many other people like me that are going through something similar. So it was a great way for people to connect that way. So we're going to keep doing that every month. We also have a speaker that starts off the meeting and just will give you some tips and tools. Like I think next month we have Allison coming, and she's talking about dementia and some tips and tricks on that. So that definitely can help to support some of our people out there. But it's totally free, so that's even better. I can definitely put a link up so people can look at it and sign up.
That would be
And
great.
yeah, the other thing that we're doing, which I forgot to mention too, we also offer a training called Dementia Live. So before the pandemic, we were actually going to senior centers and over 55 communities and even independent living communities and doing Dementia Live, which basically is a program that we offer to families and obviously other places, facilities. It allows the person to understand what it feels like to deal with dementia. It has been an awesome tool for families to really understand, like, wow, is this what my mom or my dad goes through on a regular basis? I had no idea that this, perception was actually occurring. So it really increases like empathy and understanding, of someone that is dealing with dementia or Alzheimer's. So we're running that program kind of as needed. Once we get a good sized group of people, we're able to do that. We can also do it online now. We figured out a way that we can also offer that too. So, feel free to reach out to us if you find interest in that as well.
Oh, that's terrific. There are a number of home care agencies in our community, and I was wondering, you've been with Visiting Angels for a good while now, and I was wondering, what do you feel personally sets you apart from all the other wonderful options out there?
Absolutely. And, anybody that comes in this field obviously does it because they care. So we have a lot of other agencies out there that are great. One of the reasons, one of the things I always tell people that, Visiting Angels stands out, at least to me, and obviously I've been here 6.5 years. So, but it is our ability to really care and really take care of our families. I've had families that talk to me and they're like, wow, from the moment I called in, that voice that I got on the other end was so caring and so compassionate, to you coming out and, sitting with us and really giving us the resources, because sometimes even Visiting Angels, we might not be able to help. But the biggest thing is that I can pass on the resources and give them other options and places or things that they should do or call. And so that's super beneficial to a family as well. Also, just with our caregivers, being with us for so long and the amount of experience they have, even when they're just hired with us, that's wonderful too. And again, just the fact that we've been around for 19 years. So, what I always tell families too is, do we know it all? Absolutely not. We're learning new things every day, but we certainly have learned a lot over, our 19 years here in the community.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we go?
That's all I can think of right now. I definitely will have, my information up on your page as well. So, even if they want to contact me directly, I'm more than happy to answer any questions for people.
Wonderful. Tiffany, thank you so much for sharing this information and sharing about Visiting Angels today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great day.
You too.